Borthakur IAS Academy, an endeavor of excellence.
Borthakur IAS Academy.
Hello everyone, welcome to another session of newspaper analysis at Borthakur's IAS Academy, Northeast's premier institute for UPSC and APSC preparations. Today we will be analyzing some of the important news from the Assam Tribune dated 31st March and 1st April 2021 along with some other important news. Please like and share this video and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. In the description box below we have provided the link for the e-paper so that you can download it from there. So the first news of today is regarding tackling of Syria's humanitarian crisis. European Union and the United Nations, they are holding talks. Okay, India has also forwarded her suggestion and has requested the United Nations to solve this ongoing unrest which has been a decade long right now. Okay, it started in the year 2011 and the whole country along with not only Syria, along with its neighboring country is totally disturbed. There is a political chaos. The population are always under this continuous fear of loss of life. So many people have already lost their families. Okay, they don't have proper employment opportunities. Iman bilak halla hahakar, every day there is war, explosions of so many explosions. Okay, how can we think of peace and humanity there, right? And they are deprived of food, good quality of life, children are suffering. Okay, so all these things are very inhuman, and this has disturbed international peace and the relations, okay, among those neighboring countries, because tarpara manhu jetia Syria attack hoy tetia tarpara manhu bilak neighboring countries loke they migrate. Okay, and this has resulted a stress on those neighboring countries as well. Okay, and jetia eta particular war situation, ekhon particular nation of war situation hoy, just imagine the fear among the population, right? Every day they have to they thank God that they are alive. So this is a very inhuman condition, and iman dikholia hoi goise. So therefore United Nations and European Union, they are like holding talks in order to stop this crisis in Syria. And this particular topic is an important part of international relations segment, okay, from our UPSC as well as APSC syllabus. And Syria, of course, yat bahut keta ethnic groups ase, diverse ethnic groups, along with some religious domination, of course, and tar jitu Kurds namor eta ethnic group hoy, it is one of the largest stateless ethnic group, and they are chiefly the Sunni Muslims with a minority of Christians, Shias, etc. Now how it all started. Okay, Syria is considered to be one of the oldest inhabited cities. Okay, its capital city is Damascus, and another city of Aleppo is in the list of world's oldest inhabited cities. And Syria is in Arabic it is known as Al-Sham. Etia present jitu government hoy Syria, it is unitary republic. Okay, and current president of Syria, Bashar al-Assad, he came in power since he has been in power since the year 2000. He succeeded his father Hafiz al-Assad, who was the president from 1971 to 2000. It all started in the year 2011 with the Arab Spring. Okay, it started in Tunisia and spread it to all the surrounding nations, including Syria. Arab Spring is a series of democratic uprisings. Okay, they included both peaceful as well as armed uprisings, and many of them, they were crushed with a very heavy hand by the government. And Syria, the government retaliated against the protesters and brought them under the divide in they were kept in custody because of trying to divide the Syrian society and polity, and also these protesters were brutally crushed in the country. And this was the reason why the civil war started in the year 2011, and it is still ongoing, and this has had a severe impact on the people of Syria. The millions of people, they are killed. Okay, they had to go through this violent nature of the government, of the authority, and many of them have been displaced. Okay, they have to leave their home, they have to leave their native place, and they then have to choose another piece of land for in order to save their lives. Next, you can see the map of Syria, okay, which is a West Asian country, and it bordering Lebanon, Turkey, Iraq, Jordan, and Israel. So this civil war, it has not only had a bad impact, negative impact on Syria, but also its neighboring nations. Okay, there are several reasons for this unrest in Syria right now. Okay, and mainly because of the conflict between the Shia and the Sunni Islam groups. Okay, absence of an accountable government. That was the main reason why that Arab Spring or the Jasmine Revolution it started. Okay, and Syria, it has a very narrow belt of coastline along the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, and because of this particular reason, the country is subjected to extreme temperatures, and it causes dust storms and periodic droughts. And this was actually the reason. In the year from the year 2006 to 2011, there was a devastating drought. Okay, and it led to a lot of unemployment and poverty related issues among the population. Next, let us have a look at the Unique Land Parcel Identification Number Scheme, ULPIN scheme. Okay, this is under the Digital India Land Records Modernization Program, which is going to provide a detailed information regarding each plot of land. It will help in identification of the government plots, and also will help in knowing the ownership of rural lands. Okay, in rural areas where the land records are of a particular piece of land is either outdated or it is disputed. So what they will introduce is that they will provide a 14-digit identification number to each plot of land depending on the coordinates, that is latitude and longitude. Okay, they will provide this unique identification number, and this number has been described as the Aadhaar for land. Initially, the scheme is going to be launched in 10 states this year, and by the time of March 2022, that is next year, it will be rolled out across the entire country. The benefits I have already mentioned of this particular scheme, that it is going to help in knowing the authentic ownership of a particular piece of land. It will end the dubious ownership. Okay, and next it will also identify the government lands easily and protect land from any kind of shabby land transactions. Next, news at ase NRC rejection slips, okay, that are to be issued to those people whose name has been left out from the final NRC list. Okay, NRC ki hoy? National Register of Citizens. Okay, it is an official document of those who are legal Indian citizens. This will include, this NRC, it will include the demographic information, core hoy ei manujon originally, okay, their family code reside kore enekwa dhoroner demographic informations kisuman thakibo, and according to those information, that person should qualify as a citizen of India as per the Citizenship Act of 1955. And first register was prepared in the year this one 1950, after the 1951 census. First jeta register prepare korisile 1951 or jeto Indian census asile, tar pisot etu prepare kora hoisile, but it was not updated after that. In fact, Assam is the first state where such a database has been maintained. In the year 2014, the Supreme Court ordered the updation of NRC in accordance with the 1955 Citizenship Act and also the Citizenship Rule of 2003 in all parts of Assam. Aru ei jikhon final list ulaise NRC, tat more than 19 lakh of the applicants are left out. They have been excluded from the total number of 3.29 crore applicants. NRC process start hoisile in the year 2015, okay, and it took around 5 years of for government to compile this whole list, and the cost which has been incurred is around 1,220 crore. Next in news is the demand for greater Tipra land. This news comes from the state of Tripura, where In the ongoing election campaigns, this is one of the main issues that has been drawn. Greater Tipraland demand is raised in order to safeguard the tribals, okay, and also the non-tribals and Tripuri tribal living outside the state. This will also include those tribal people who are living in the adjacent border areas in Bangladesh. Main reason why this demand has been raised is because of the unfulfilled demands of NRC, National Register for Citizens, and also in opposition to the Citizenship Amendment Act of the past. The demand is not just restricted to the Tripura Tribal Council areas, okay, but it will also include those areas in the states of Assam, Mizoram, and also the bordering Bangladesh areas, which I have already mentioned, where the Tripuris are residing, okay, where their population is spread. Next, we have a map of the state of Tripura. Here is the map of Northeast India, and the green part is Tripura, and here is the zoomed in map of Tripura. The brown shaded part is the Tipraland, okay, this is the area where the tribals reside, and they have demanded for a separate Greater Tipraland, that would be a separate state, and the green portion is shown as the Tripura, original state of Tripura, okay. So they want a separate land of, that is Greater Tipraland, so that it can safeguard the rights of the tribal people residing in other states of India as well as in the bordering states of bordering areas of Bangladesh. The next news is related to cyclones. Orissa has suffered in the last decade, okay, in 8 different cyclones, and has suffered a loss of around 31,945 crores, okay, and out of this total amount, the central assistance is only around 1/6 of the total amount. Due to last super cyclone Asile of the year 1999, tar pisot last decade of 8 cyclones goise which were severe, okay, and that has resulted in loss of lives as well as infrastructure and property, okay. Last year due to Asile 2020 Amphan amar monote ase, right? Now what are cyclones? Cyclones are the storms, okay, strong winds which arises from the oceans, right? And low pressure areas of jikhini storms arise, these are known as the cyclones, and those which arises in the high pressure regions, okay, they are termed as your anticyclones, okay. Storms which are caused by strong winds in the lower areas, low pressure areas, these are cyclones, and the storms around the high pressure areas, these are the anticyclones, okay. Now these cyclones, they are of 2 types, tropical as well as temperate. Tropical cyclones are those which originates in the tropical ocean, okay, Indian Ocean, then Pacific Ocean, parts of Atlantic region, ehini jaga vulnerable hoy for this tropical cyclone. And characteristics of tropical cyclone will include heavy rainfall, low atmospheric pressure, and high winds. Similarly, on the other hand, due to temperate cyclone hoy, this arises from the parts outside the tropics, and these are also known as extratropical cyclones. Now these temperate cyclones, they occur in the polar regions and also in the temperate and high latitudes, okay. India has a long history of cyclone, right, and specifically the eastern coast of India is more vulnerable compared to the western coast. India's coastline length hoy, it is around 7,520 kilometer, okay, and yar a coastline tour, total coastline tour 5,780 kilometer coastline is vulnerable to this natural hazard. India due to disaster management hoy, cyclone disaster management or kisuman mitigation measures ase, and they include hazard mapping, pointing out those areas, okay, and then tarpora manukhini vacate korai die when there is a news of some approaching cyclones. Then land use planning, proper activities on the flood plains, okay, যদি unplanned urbanization বা unplanned structural activity তাতে নহয়, then that can also save those people residing in that particular area. Okay, so they should make proper planning to avoid such risks. Then engineered and non-engineered structure, retrofitting thaka non-engineered structures kisuman. Okay, then cyclone sheltering. Hey, when the cyclone hits the area, okay, what about the people who are residing in those areas where they strike first, okay, or where the intensity is very high? To hey population khini keneke manage koribo, he khini samoyot telokok beleg jaga keneke rakhibo, so that particular planning needs to be should be done beforehand. Okay, flood management, after effect eta to thake flood, okay, after heavy like storms, okay, heavy rainfall hoy, eto eta characteristic hoy tropical cyclones or. So flood management is important. Vegetation cover improve korile bahut khini helpful hoi jay. Okay, this increases the water infiltration capacity. Okay, and that's how the strong wind forces can like it helps in breaking the strong wind forces and thus provides relief to the people. Mangrove plantation can also increase the the root penetration, it increases the soil quality. Saline embankment along the coast, jodi saline embankments bonwa hoy, this helps in like agricultural activity tate increase hobo. Okay, so this will provide this will help in breaking the strong wind forces. And most importantly, making the people public aware. Okay, if the public is aware of the whole incident, okay, jodi approaching cyclones or bikhoye teoloke jane, then they will take certain precautionary measures. Government to protect to level ote kaam koribo, central level, state level, district level, gutei keta level ote government e kaam kore, but along with it public participation and local participation, okay, it is very important. Because jetialeke manuhe nije vacate kora start nakore, jetialeke manuhe nije nijor jikhini valuables ase naiba cattle ase, bahut khetrot okol human life e loss nohoy, there is loss of crop, there is loss of cattle. Okay, so all these kind of things, it comes only with awareness of the public, only with mass participation. Administration e jiman khini kaam nakorok kyo, if they are not like communicating with the local grassroots level or manukhinir logot jodi bhal terms nai, then how are we going to work, right? Even when apnaloke officers war pisot, you will have to make that connectivity with the local, right? So that jikunu idea eta apnaloke jetia eta idea bonai, that needs to be implemented, and that will only happen with mass participation. Next, here we have tried to show the India's cyclonic corridor. Okay, a red dotted line to hoise India coastal area which is prone to tsunamis. Okay, jikhini dark blue shaded part hoy, these are highly prone to cyclone. Orissa, okay, so eastern jitu coast hoy, it is more prone to cyclones, then more vulnerable to cyclones than the compared to the western this one western coast, right? And jikhini blue duta different shade dekhise, eta hol olop dark blue, and comparatively lighter part, this tip of the south, okay, it is the areas which are moderately prone to the cyclones, right? Ifale Maharashtra aru Gujarator areas otu apunar like they are like highly prone to cyclones. Okay, Nisarga of last year Maharashtra rahisile. Okay, so this picture shows the cyclone corridor of India. Eastern coast is more prone to cyclones and tsunamis compared to the western coast, and 76% of the total India's coastline is prone to tsunamis and cyclones. Next news at ase the NDB or the New Development Bank. This particular bank is a multilateral development bank which is operated by the BRICS states. BRICS states mane hoise Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. It was established in the year 2014, and it was established in the 6th BRICS summit at Fortaleza, Brazil. This bank was set up to provide greater financial and developmental cooperation among the 5 emerging states, emerging markets, that is the 5 BRICS nation, and also it is it will provide assistance to the other developing and emerging economies. Its headquarters is at Shanghai, China, and in the year 2018, NDB has received the observer status in the United Nations General Assembly. This year, the Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister of India, Nirmala Sitharaman, she has urged the New Development Bank to consider working with in lines of the India's New Development Financing Institution for funding infrastructure. Aru NDBA etialoke 18 the project approved korise, which will provide emergency loans worth $2 billion, and it will support the health spending and economic recovery after COVID-19 pandemic. Okay. Another important point was regarding the voting facility that is there in the New Development Bank, and it is unlike the World Bank. World Bank ki hoy voting power is assigned based on capital share, but in case of the New Development Bank, each participant country will be assigned one vote, and none of the members will have any veto power. So the next news is regarding extension of foreign trade policy. The foreign trade policy, which was initially from 2015 to 2020, it was extended for 1 year till 31st of March 2021, and this year, when it was scheduled to lapse from 1st April, the central government has decided to extend it for a few more months because it provides the ease of doing business, right? This particular scheme, it keeps in mind the vision of Make in India by our Prime Minister and increases the exports of goods and services. Goods and services exports barhile, automatically employment generation barhibo, and this will provide, this will add a value to our country, right? And this particular policy, it also supports the manufacturing and service sectors, and this has improved the ease of doing business. This lays emphasis on the ease of doing business. So this year the center has decided to extend the foreign trade policy by a few more months. Next, let us have a look at the questions for today. Question number 1, discuss the factors responsible for the genesis of cyclones. Genesis mane hol origin or the mode of formation of something. So here we'll have to explain the factors which results in origin of cyclones. Number 2, discuss why a nationwide NRC exercise may not be feasible. Question number 3, write a note on the Digital India Land Records Modernization Program, DIL RPM. Question number 4, Indian diaspora has a decisive role to play in the politics and economy of America and European countries. Comment with examples. The next question, question number 5, is critically examine the role of World Health Organization in providing global health security during the COVID-19 pandemic. And the last question for today, question number 6, is discuss the objectives and significance of New Development Bank, NDB. So this was all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I'll see you all tomorrow again with another session of newspaper analysis. Till then, take care and keep learning.
বৰঠাকুৰ IAS একাডেমি প্ৰস্তুতি আৰু অধ্যয়নৰ নিৰ্ভৰযোগ্য ঠিকনা।
বৰঠাকুৰ